Oh, so he invites a transgender TikToker to the White House, and now Joe Biden believes that allowing your kids to undergo sex change surgeries is somehow brave. And his State Department sends over 20,000 taxpayer dollars to Ecuador for drag shows. But remember, everyone, don't mention inflation. Now, to discuss this, I am joined by Turning Point contributor and Republican strategist Erin Elmore. Also joining us, CEO of the America First consulting firm X Strategies, Alex Brusewitz. Erin, Alex, welcome to you both.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you, Jen.
Erin, I'll start with you. I mean, don't mention inflation. 15 days out from the midterms, the Democrats are panicking. But let's instead focus on child gender-changing surgeries. Your thoughts?
Absolutely. They have to pivot, and they have to sort of do this complete and utter shell game in order to make a last-ditch effort and to get votes. If they focus on the border, they're going to have a massive problem with every family of every socioeconomic status being impacted by the fentanyl that's coming across. If they focus on the kitchen table issues like inflation, they're also going to have another big loss in their category. They are the people that wanted to defund the police, and now every community is paying the price of that as well. So literally, they have to sort of scare us and show us different things that we're not focusing on to distract us. But the American people, we are far too smart from that. And I do believe on a November 8th, we are going to show these Democrats exactly what we think. And that's we're going to send them packing. We want our children to be governed by our parents. We don't want them to be run by the government and by schools. We don't want abortion on demand and infanticide up until the time of birth, whether you're Democrat, Republican, or independent. Everyone knows that's true. And they're focusing on these tertiary issues that don't matter, and they're going to pay the price for it.
Yeah, you know, Alex, I think Erin's right. Americans are really tired of this circus. They're feeling the pain of inflation. They're feeling the crime in their communities. And then meanwhile, you know, we're watching in real time. You have Joe Biden's mental state just declining and continuing to decline. And we have a montage of some of his media appearances. Extremists throwing soup at a Van Gogh original painting because, again, climate change. We've seen them blocking the Beltway in Washington. And today, climate protesters shouting over Senator Ted Cruz at the taping of The View. Watch this.
We have seen trillions and trillions of dollars spent by Joe Biden and the Democrats. The problem is we spent nearly $7 trillion, and that's what
we do cover climate here, guys. We do cover climate.
Ladies, excuse us. Let us do our job. Let us do our job. We hear what you have to say, but you gotta go.
So accusing the cackling hens over there at The View for not doing enough to cover the climate. I mean, Erin, what does this country come to? Are Democrats are okay with this?
Well, that's what they're being fed basically in schools and on the TV and by big corporate media, that climate is the next problem. And honestly, in our country and abroad as well, they use climate policy to control all other kinds of policies, whether it's monetary or now social emotional governance, all of those sorts of things. But by the way, the paint and the glue that they use to remove that glue from their hands is oil-based. Isn't oil totally illegal? So there's a little bit of hypocrisy there. But the problem is everyone's banging their fist about these electric cars. Meanwhile, the batteries are made of lithium and are nearly impossible to dispose. Solar farms have all sorts of problems. Wind farms have problems. We can't start changing the way that we use energy in this country or around the world until we have a proper resource to do so. So these climate activists really need to look at the bigger picture. I love the book Apocalypse Never by Michael Schellenberger, who by no means is a conservative. And he points out the hypocrisy of the climate movement, left, right, and center. So that's a great book to read. But these people need a real education. Maybe they should stop gluing themselves to walls and really get a real education on the climate. And by the way,
that would be a good first step.
Yeah, when Joe was talking about Kamala, he said she has a backbone like a ramrod. If anyone ever said that about me, I think I'd be really upset.
I agree with that, Erin. Alex, I only have a few seconds left, but I'll give you the final word.
Well, my friends, get out to vote on November 8th for the America First ticket. We need to take back our country, and we need to fight the climate hoax. These people that benefit from these climate change protesters are Russia, Saudi Arabia, and China. And so don't believe the climate lies.
That's going to be a big one, November 8th. Erin Elmore, Alex Brusewitz, I'm sure I'll see both of you before then. Thank you both for joining us tonight.
Thanks. Have a great night.